All right, so Doc, so in class we've discussed various issues in comparative politics. We've talked about democratic backsliding. We talk about uh, issues concerning democracy and what have you. So in this episode, we'd like to zoom into the main subject matter concerning China and the One China principle and the issues regarding it. So the first question will be, what is the relationship between China and then Hong Kong?
Okay, thank you, and welcome to this episode. So, the relationship between Hong Kong and China, I will take time to explain that. That is under a principle we call one country, two systems. Okay, one country, two systems. So, Hong Kong and one other territory called Macau. These two territories, they are referred to as special administrative regions of the PRC, which is the People's Republic of China. By the way, that is the official name of the China People's Republic of China. And so Hong Kong and Macau, they are special administrative regions of the PRC. When we talk of special administrative regions, it means technically they are a part of PRC. They are territories under the sovereign supervision of People's Republic of China. But they are allowed greater autonomy. Okay? They are allowed greater autonomy. They are allowed to operate as if they were states. Okay? As if they were separate states. So they have their own, for instance, Hong Kong has its own capitalist or system, okay? And it is allowed to operate, except in issues of, defense, warfare, or international, when it comes to their, the final jurisdiction in terms of the sovereignty, they are not sovereign, territories. In terms of warfare and then security, that one is left, defense left with the PRC. Yet they allow some greater autonomy. Because these were, for Hong Kong used to be a colony of UK. It was in 1997 that it was relinquished, and as part of the process, the PLC was to allow this, Hong Kong to operate its own system, okay? Except that it is under the sovereign supervision of PRC. The same with Macau, which was also a colony of Portugal, which will gain, independence or will be granted in 1999. So now it is ceded from Portugal under the sovereign supervision of PRC, but it's allowed to operate, in a more autonomous way. Okay, its systems are allowed to operate, except it is not sovereign. It is under PRC. So that is what we call one country, two systems. So in sum, China, Hong Kong, Macau, it is one country, except they are allowed to operate, separately. China has its system, Hong Kong operates its system, Macau operates separately, okay? But under the sovereignty of PRC, that is what we call one country, two systems, and that relates to the PRC as a sovereign state, and then these two territories, Hong Kong and then Macau. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So now we've understood the relationship between China and then Hong Kong. What about the relationship between China and Taiwan?
The relationship between China and Taiwan is a very, tensious one, very checkered. And what is going on between Russia and Ukraine? Scholars of comparative politics fear that a similar fate is likely to happen to Taiwan. That is why you look at Taiwan. Taiwan invests much of its resources on defense because it knows that it has a bigger brother who may invade it anytime, okay, who may invade it, and so it invests hugely in defense. The relationship between Taiwan and the People's Republic of China. So, you know, China's international relations, it has what it calls one China principle, okay? One China principle. That means Taiwan is not a separate entity. Taiwan is part of us. Taiwan, you are not a sovereign entity, you are part of us. So China calls it one China principle. And they used to be friends. Let me say, you are not being friends, siblings, okay? Brothers and sisters. By the way, Taiwan's official name is Republic of China. And the China you know is the People's Republic of China. But People's Republic of China says, hey, there's only one China. What you call Republic of China is a part of us. So, one China principle. There was a civil war, okay? Civil war between the opposition, okay? The opposition, the Chinese Communist Party, and this what allies, against the states, the KMT, the Kuomintang, or the nationalists, the Kuomintang, which was the states. They were in charge of governance, but they were defeated by the opposition in the Chinese Civil War. And so the states, its leaders, the state, its loyalists, its institutions, the army, they will leave the mainland China and settle on the island and will form what we call Taiwan. Okay, so they form Taiwan. And that has been, so in 1949, Mao Zedong, who was the chairman of the Communist Party, it means they had won, okay, the Civil War, because the state, the leader who was called Qian, his army, they had retreated, they had run to an island and settled there called, Taiwan. So now the opposition will form what we call People's Republic of China, okay, and that is it. So the People's Republic of China will be formed in 1949. Originally there was Republic of China, but the state and its apparatus will run to Taiwan, and the opposition led by Mao Zedong, the Communist Party, will form the People's Republic of China in 1949. And so the relationship between the PRC, which is the People's Republic of China, and Republic of China, which is Taiwan, is a checkered and tensionous one, okay? And that is it. But hey, the People's Republic of China, which today has become so huge, a very, a global force to reckon with, one of the superpowers. It's a rising star in terms of international relations, economic giant. And Taiwan, which is also, a very tiny, territory. Of course, it has its own governance structures, everything. It is a de facto state. It's not recognized by the UN. It used to be a member, but when the PRC, became a bigger force globally, the membership of Taiwan will be revoked from the UN in 1971. Okay, and the PRC says any state that will recognize Taiwan as a sovereign or separate state will have PRC to contend with. And so it is a tensious relationship, okay? Just like, Ukraine used to be a part of the Soviet Union. So the relationship between Russia and Ukraine is a checkered one. But even so, more PRC and Taiwan, that is more tensions than that of Russia-Ukraine. Okay, except that there has not been any strike, but it's like a cold warfare between the two. And scholars of comparative politics do fear that, if diplomatic relations are not so much, engaged, it will get to a time there will be aggression, okay, and some escalations. But well, it is what it is. Thank you.